What's up, everybody? Long time no see once again. Just got finished with my second to last semester in college. Got one more in August. After that, completely done. We'll have more time to do things. Don't know what I'm going to do yet, but we'll figure it out at some point. Anyways, I just want to make this video. It's not going to be a quick video. I have a lot to go through, but went to a card show down in Stanton, Michigan, the Mancave Card Show. It's a small show, about 60 tables, but for the most part, it's a very good show. I did pretty well. Put a lot of focus into 10-cent and 25-cent boxes, a couple of $30, $40 things, and a couple of PC stuff, but nothing too crazy. Did buy out somebody's quarter box, which you'll see. That's going to take the majority of this video. And the reason why I would buy dime box and quarter box stuff is I now run an eBay store myself, predominantly low-end cards. I just think that, one, it's fun for me, and two, it's probably, in my opinion, the best way to at least try to make some money just to put back into the hobby if I want to, or just for other things. Might turn into a business at some point. Right now it's just a side hustle, but what I'll do is, like, for example, I sold this today. This Eli Manning I bought for 50 cents at a card shop, and it sold today for $4.99, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I'll buy that sort of stuff just to flip and then either put it back into the hobby or just other things. Simple as that. So on the table is just some small stuff to start out with. A couple of quarter box things, couple dollar box things, some PC stuff. I'll show you. After that, I'll go through a couple more purchases I made, just some of the lower end stuff. I just figured that this would be the quickest to go through first. So alright. First one is from a separate stack. I just ended up buying this Roma Dunze for $1. They're going for about $1.99, so I'll probably just hold on to it. I just figured it was a good purchase at the time. Some quarter box stuff. Got a Topps Wes Matthews, and we're back to the camera bumping. Gotta love it. Wes Matthews, got John Stockton. Like I said, this is all quarter box stuff, same seller for the most part until I say otherwise. Like this Kevin Garnett I thought was cool. I think it's a Skybox 97. Not a rookie, don't think. No, but it's still a cool card. Like, this is all like 25 cents into $1.99 sort of stuff. I don't expect any of this to be more than $1.99. If it is, then good for me. David Robinson highlights, Magic Johnson highlights, nice little all-star game card. The only hockey card I picked up was this Stamkos. I don't know much about hockey, I just know the name Stamkos, so I figured for a quarter, take a stab at it. Another Magic Johnson, Upper Deck, 92. Trace Jackson Davis was a legend at Indiana, so I figured for a quarter and a parallel, give it a shot. This one I thought was cool. Tony Batty, I believe is how you say his name. Sorry if I keep bumping the camera, it's a different setup. I still have to figure things out, still moving back in. But I thought this was cool. It's not worth much. It's about another $1.99 thing, but I figured cool looking card, quarter, take a stab. Color match, Trace Jackson Davis. Some more stuff here. Scotty Barnes, rookie. Allen Iverson, 2007. Another hockey card. Holzensinger, or don't really know who he is. I just thought it was a cool card. Larry Bird, 92 Topps. Carlos Boozer, 2003, 2004. I thought was a cool card. Larry Johnson, Flair. Every time I see these, I always think they do more, but it's another $1.99 sort of thing. David Robinson, Skybox. Same set as the Jordan. Everyone knows what the Jordan looks like. Dwayne Wade, 2009 Elite. Magic Johnson, Skybox. For my own PC, this Jerry Stackhouse, Silver from Phoenix. I think it's pretty recent Phoenix, but for a quarter for my PC, why not? Getting down from that small stack of quarter stuff, that will get to some better stuff here. Another PC thing, Doug Brown, Topps Finest. That was a cool looking card, don't have a lot of hockey in my collection. And then a Steve Yzerman, can't have enough Yzerman if you're a Red Wings fan. Alright, that was the end of that quarter box. Not a bad quarter box at all for some NHL and NBA stuff. And my box sellout, my box buyout, was from the same seller. But that was all football. I'll show you it when I get to it. Next up, some PC stuff. Got this Silas Swords for 25 bucks. I decided to take it for the sticker price. It's pretty fair. I looked it up. It's about the same price. It's out of 50. Let me see, where is it? There it is. 15 of 50. I've actually played against her in the Intramural Sports Building in Ann Arbor. Very good player. I did make 1-3, but we still got whooped. So yeah, cool card. She tore it up this last year as a freshman. We'll see what happens with her. Next up, different purchase. This was from someone walking the floor. It was a trade/cash deal. Traded a couple Anthony Richardson autographs. This stuff was way down and they were leave, so I figured get a couple things for my PC plus another 25 bucks. Jamal Williams, checkerboard, super short print, probably about $5 value. Then an autograph out of 15, about $20 value. So about 50 bucks value I got for the Anthony Richardsons, which, the way things go, I'm happy with that. And then the two big purchases of the show, before I get into the bigger, like, low-end purchases. Picked up the Tele Heroes case hit. I had a goal of picking up at least one case hit while I was at the show. And this one I figured was cheap enough. They go for about 40 and 50. I ended up getting it for 30, so probably just throw that in my eBay store. Be happy with it. Then this was a trade. Got the Xavier Legette, Panini Black out of 50, RPA. Nice patch. I traded. It's gonna sound crazy when I say what I traded, but this is more valuable right now. But it was a George Pickens Origins rookie autograph. We looked on eBay and we saw the George Pickens was going for about $25.30. This is going for about $35.40. So, and I like Xavier Legette. I think he's a good player. So I figured it was a win-win deal. He put it in his PC. I think he was a Steelers fan. Thought that was a cool little pickup. All right, so let's get into my first of the larger low-end card purchases. This was a deal where it was the table said fill up a 300 count box for 20 bucks. So it came out to less than 10 cents a card. I actually filled this thing up pretty heavily. These cards right here are also from this, but I had to make some room because I jammed it in there. I got a lot of cards. So without further ado, let me just go through them. I'm not going to go through every card slowly. I'm just going to go pretty fast. So let's just stuff I want to mention. Just a couple of rookie cards and stuff for 10 cents. Some players that I at least know. Something for my PC. Any Tigers, I'll go for a PC. This is cool. Ketel Marte. Now in the Diamondbacks, doing very well. For 10 cents, why not? Catfish Hunter Purple. Another Catfish. Then some, I love picking up these Donruss Legend cards for some reason because, there's just not a lot of cards of them. So picking them up is just kind of a no-brainer. And I do sell them quite a bit. This was a mix of baseball and some Star Wars, as you'll see. I don't have a lot of Star Wars. The Star Wars is very popular. Pete Rose Donruss. Some more Donruss. Ryan Sandberg. I think this is 87 or something. 89. Kind of cool. And then some Topps Finest Star Wars. There you go. For 10 cents, why not? One moment, let me try to get some more cards out of here. It's still jam-packed. You can see how many cards I try to fill this up with. So it'll just be small stacks until I get down to it. Mattingly. Picked up a lot of Mattingly. I predominantly went for, excuse me, bump the camera again. Predominantly went for either Hall of Famers or Hall of Very Good, like Mattingly. Fan favorite sort of things. Bob Feller, Diamond Kings. Figured parallels for 10 cents, why not? Even if it's big league. Sandy Alcantara is not a bad name. Alek Manoah, not a bad name. Jose Ramirez in a 10-cent box. In a parallel. I don't even think this is silver. It's a blue parallel or something. Not a bad pickup there for 10 cents. I really needed to fill my store with more baseball anyways. So this pickup was pretty good in terms of helping me boost that Mariano Rivera Diamond Kings. Like I said, these were all less than 10 cents a pop. So tell me what you think, how you think I did. in terms of these pickups. Also, sorry for the camera situation. I will fix it as time goes on. Some more Topps Finest. More Star Wars, like I said, Paul Mahler, Allen Ginter. I love Allen Ginter. It's such a great set. You get some like random stuff like Joe West, umpire cards, other stuff. Like the umpire card isn't even like the crazy stuff that's in it. Some Randy Johnson stuff for 10 cents. Pudge Rodriguez, gotta love it. Like, I don't even know who this is, but I still take a stab at it because maybe someone does know. Raleigh Fingers Fleer, Juan Marichal, Strawberry, Garvey, Joe Girardi. I mean, probably a New York favorite. Wasn't he a general manager? I can't actually remember. Matsui Stadium Club I thought was nice. Reggie Jackson stuff, Mookie Betts. Any Mookie Betts in a 10-cent box is a no-brainer. Altuve. Don't have a lot of Altuve for obvious reasons, but that was kind of cool. Stanton Optic Hollow. Another Jose Ramirez, Bowman Platinum. Popping off this year already, so why not? Mattingly and Boggs. Connor Wong. Framed rookies from Diamond Kings, why not? Jet Ryan. This is a level 3 Eli Morgan. Not a great player, but I think the level 3s are more rare than the other Diamond Kings I picked up. Excuse me 1 second. Knew there's something off. My chair was low, so I had to raise my chair for a second. Sorry about that. See, that feels better. Kevin Smith. I mean, another level 3. Take all those at 10 cents. No matter the player. Seiko. Mattingly. Like Honus Wagner stuff, even. Like I said, like Ken Griffey Jr., not in the best shape, but any Ken Griffey Jr. at 10 cents is a no-brainer for me. Thurman Munson. This is Mike Schmidt. Like I said, focused on Hall of Famers in this box. A couple Bellinger, Bowman Platinums. So you get the gist of the stuff I have in these boxes. I'm going to go through pretty quickly. Just like the rest of the stuff, I'm not going to, like, talk too much. I'll talk more about, like, what I've been doing, what I've been focusing on, that sort of thing. I mean, Jackson Merrill Prism sort of thing. But this past year it was fun. Here's some Star Wars. But it was a fun year. It's supposed to be my senior year at the University of Michigan, but at the beginning of my tenure, I would take like 3 classes, so 4 classes, so I do have to take 1 more semester, which is fine with me. I love the campus. It's a great campus. I have a lot of friends there. Just a fun time overall. A lot of Star Wars, like I said. Like some Boba Fett, that sort of thing. The Baby Yoda. Remember when that was a craze? It's not much of a craze anymore, but still fun to pick up. Picked up a lot of these Diamond Kings. Like Roger Maris, Pee Wee Reese. Another Ken Griffey, like I said. Ken Griffey at 10 cents is a no-brainer. Andrew McCutcheon. He's a Pittsburgh legend, so why not? Another Griffey. Mattingly. Like I said, this like none of this stuff is like insane. But it's also like if I can turn 10 cents into $1.99. I mean, I don't get $1.99 when I'm in the store, but if I can sell something for $1.99 I pick up for 10 cents, I am very happy. Ricky Henderson, Roger Maris. I love this Diamond King stuff, even though it's unlicensed. Very nice looking cards. Someone's gonna like that. Fredlin. And you may be wondering, why would you want to spend your time on the low-end stuff? Well, like I said, in terms of how you can make make money in this hobby, this is one of the best ways in my opinion. Because while selling one single card won't make you rich, selling it at the magnitude that I'm selling at, like for example, for the longest time I would list 25 cards a day. That adds up. Because eBay algorithms will, one, pick that up. Two, there are many times where you'll get buyers of multiple cards. And that also adds up because, one, you're cutting your shipping costs down. Because it's 69 cents for a label if you do a 1 ounce, like a 1 ounce envelope or something like that. But as you add on, one, it's like, I don't know, you can do up to like 12 cards in a standard envelope, but that only costs about $1.25 at most, so if you think about it, you are really cutting down on costs, in my opinion. Okay, let's go through more. Stargell. Like, a lot of this stuff is the unlicensed, like, Diamond King stuff. But as I said before, Hall of Famers, there's always a market for that. I've noticed as I've sold things, some of my best sellers are the Hall of Famers. And for anybody else that is doing the same stuff that I'm doing, they will say the same thing. The Hall of Famers are the way to go. Like, you've got your new guys, and I am more than happy to buy some of the new players. You saw the Roman Tuesday and stuff like that I bought earlier. And you'll see in my box buyout a lot of modern. But in terms of, like, constant sales, just consistent sales, there will always be a market. Those guys, you can't really lose. Because, like, the Hall of Famers, their prices do not go up. I mean, they can go up, they can go down. But in terms of, like, volatility, that's a great photo of Jazz Chisholm, by the way. Another 10-cent card, which is pretty cool. But in terms of volatility, it just doesn't make a lot of sense not to go for it. Then, like, Topps Chrome Platinum Anniversary stuff, great set. Love buying the set. People love the set too. Sell it all the time. So just some Hall of Famers in that stack. Got a few more to go. I'm just going to pull them out of here. It's an awkward position when I'm sitting at, so if you're wondering, where it's like, you sound out of breath. Well, kind of like stretching over here. And plus it's a little warm. So, my apologies if I don't sound the healthiest right now. I promise I'm not like, you know, like I gotta work out, but I'm not like, you know, like if you saw me, you wouldn't think that was that out of shape at all. But I do need to get some exercise in. More Ellen Ginter stuff, A-Rod. Like Vlad Guerrero Sr. stuff. And plus, just to talk about what I do as well. Card Dealer Pro. Like, beforehand, I hadn't used Card Dealer Pro at all doing this, so I was only doing... When I was doing the 25 cards a day sort of thing, it would take me almost the entire day to do it. Almost the entire day. Oops, skipped a card. And, like I said, when you're doing $1.99 stuff, then you might question if it's worth it or not. But with Card Dealer Pro, one, they give you the title. You just can scan the card in, and they'll give you the title and everything of what you have, pretty much. Like, it might struggle with parallels here and there, but for the most part, in terms of cards like what I'm showing, like this Nolan Ryan, this basic Nolan Ryan, it will scan this in, it'll give you your title, the set, the name. If you have a description template, you can automatically put all that in. All you really have to do is price the card. So that process of me taking an entire day is now maybe an hour and a half. So my goal, as I'm back home for the summer, I have about 1,500 listings in my store right now. The goal is going to be to just ramp it up tenfold. Like, instead of 25 cards a day, I could see myself getting up to 250 when the time comes. It'll be a slow process, but I think I can make it happen. Record breakers, Mangling, Henderson. I always thought it was a cool card. Another Mattingly, like I said. Lots of Hall of Famers. Nice stack of what people would call junk wax. But when you think of it, as time rolls on, people like the stuff. Someone wants to make a binder of Don Mattingly, you know? That's what we're here for. These are cool. What is that? I did not notice that before. So one of these is a holiday, and I thought this was just a base, but I've never seen that left side. So I gotta see what that is. Don't think it's gonna be anything too special, but Ichiro being in a 10-cent box is kinda criminal. In my opinion, Ichiro was a great player. Love this set too, these older sets like this. Ichiro, some like... Man, that almost fooled me. I thought it was early Ichiro, but it's not. Nice looking card there. Some Miami Marlins Ichiro, some Seattle Mariners Ichiro. I'm actually going to start stacking stuff up right here because the stack I have on the right of me is getting quite large. More Mattingly, early Prism Mattingly. This is cool. Little one of these like Sport Flicks Mattingly things. New York Stanton. More Hall of Fame stuff, like I said. Early A-Rod, I thought that was cool. Reading the Superman comic. Someone's gonna like that, I feel like. Randy Johnson. More Griffey. It's a checklist, but it's Griffey. Ozzie Smith. I think this is a reprint rookie thing. Yeah, it's one of those. Which they'll still sell. More Mattingly. Noticing that in these boxes there was way more Mattingly than I thought. Which is fine with me. Mattingly sells. For me, at least. Nice Ozzie Smith photo. Masterpieces. I have a Desmond Howard similar to that. So I plan, when I was at school, I was using their flatbed scanner because originally I would use a light box for everything. I would manually take the photos, manually use eBay. I would like put the image into an image search, do the sell similar, which was fine, but it was a very slow process. Very slow process. And because it was so slow, it just was like losing time. Plus I didn't have the time being in school. You know what I mean? So, here, let me recenter. I'm like going way off course. But I wouldn't have the time to list stuff, and then I was losing on valuable hours. This is not a rookie, by the way. This is another reprint. But losing valuable hours to list. So then I found out that my school, my dormitory, had a flatbed scanner, so late nights, I would even be up at like 3 a.m. I would list. List. And it's working out, making my sales. I'm still in the early stages. So, I mean, like I said, my goal was to ramp it up tenfold. I am going to order a scanner. I was going to order a feeder scanner, but one, those are expensive. Two, I realized that I really, at where I'm at right now, I just need a flatbed scanner. They're cheaper. It's like $70 for a good one. Some Stantons to end off the 10-cent box, but all I need is a scanner, one of those 10-cent scanners. 10-cent scanners, excuse me. I was thinking about the box. This is the end of the 10-cent box, as I mentioned. 300 cards, $20. How do you think I did? Like I said, a lot of baseball. I could have went and filled another if I wanted to. There was plenty that table had there. It's a great table. I would have probably stayed there the entire day if I knew that there wasn't. It was a little bit too early in the show for me to be sitting there the entire time. Although I could have, very much could have. But if I sat there, I would not have been able to make the deal that I wanted to make, which is this box buyout, which I'll show you after I talk a little bit more about what the plan is. I'm gonna get a flatbed scanner. It's gonna cost me about $70, I think, for a good one. And I'm just gonna go from there. Alright, let me pause for just a second. Let me clear the table off. Like I said, you've seen the first part. Now I'm gonna show you the box buyout of what I am buying in terms of football. Alright, so let's finish this video out. Like I said before, this next part of the video is just going to be my little box buyout I had. It was a quarter box, all, for the most part. I think it was all NFL, if I'm being... Yeah, I think it was all NFL. It was about roughly 400 cards, give or take, for $75. I wasn't going to buy the box up, but then when I realized that I was picking out every single card that I was like grabbing from this box, I just figured it was worth it to make an offer on the whole box, and he took $75 for it. So I'll show you what I got. It's nothing that's like insane, but it's all like either modern or like Hall of Famers of just like parallels, rookies, that sort of thing. Just star players, just stuff that like it's not going to like be insane. Like, it's stuff that's gonna be like $1.99 sort of stuff, but it's also stuff that I know can move fast, so I figured it was just worth a shot. So I'm just gonna take like stacks out at a time, try to be as fast as possible, and yeah, just enjoy. So like I said, a lot of rookies, like Christian Watson rookies, Chronicles, Trevor Lawrence rookie, Justin Fields. Wasn't gonna like pick up any Justin Fields, but since he's probably going to be the starting quarterback for the Jets, it's worth it to get a few things. Even if they're like that. Like Anthony Richardson, NFL debut mosaic. Jaden Reed. There's a lot of Jalen Carter in this box, which after winning a Super Bowl is not a bad thing to have. Jalen Carter is probably, in terms of modern players, one of my better sellers. Lots of rookies. Raider rookie. Stephon Achane. I actually sold this exact card very recently, so do not mind having another copy. This one's cool. Anthony Richardson, although he's kind of lost himself. I don't know if he's ever going to be any good. Nice little refractor. Throwback. Aaron Donald base. Like, there's some base stuff in here, but it's also good players, which I don't mind at all. This one's a little jacked up, so I'll probably just like take this out and put it in like a 10-cent box or something. Like, you can see the top's all jacked. I'll just use the top loader. That's another thing of why I bought this, is that, like, they all came with top loaders, which in a quarter box is unheard of. And for what's in here, might as well just give it a shot. I at least have some top loaders to use. Tony Dorsett, I actually have a few copies of this exact card in here. 87 Tony Dorsett. Don't mind these sort of things, like Hall of Famers. Bruce Smith. Like, it's stuff that, like, it won't... These, like, vintage stuff won't sell instantly, but they will sell, even if they're jug wax, like you just saw that was Pro Set. I have sold that exact Lawrence Taylor before. Tony Dorsett again. Like I said, I have a couple of copies of this. Aaron Donald Mosaic. Derek Thomas. I don't even know what set this is. It's Pinnacle. 97 Pinnacle. It's a nice looking set. Don't mind getting, these sort of cards, especially when they're good players, like Reggie White, for example. Down and dirty. Cool card there. Early Reggie White. What is this? 5th year. He was in the league for longer than I thought he was. All Pro Reggie White. Joe Mixon. I actually have this card somewhere, so don't mind having a second copy. Like, this is probably, like, the worst thing you're going to find in these boxes. Like, a Zach Wilson Spectra, like, Chronicles Draft Picks rookie. gonna be hard to sell that one, but like I said, 25 cents, why not? When I'm buying the entire box, that's just what's gonna happen. Like Matt Corral, imagine if this was 2022. Get this out of quarter box, you'd be flipping out. Obviously, not as good now, but I might be able to get a couple pennies for that one. We'll see. Next deck, Olave Green. This is like a Blaster exclusive thing. Don't mind getting parallels like that. Some Olave stuff. Walter Payton. This is only Walter Payton in the box, but it's still kind of cool to find a Walter Payton in a quarter box. Olave parallel. Pickett. I lied. This is probably the worst card in the box. That was something at some point. Kenny Pickett. I bet his college stuff's probably worth more than this Steelers stuff now. A couple Pickett rookies. I mean, Pickett parallel. I still gotta have something, right? Like $1.99 sort of thing. Javonte Williams rookie. This is a parallel. Not horrible. Or Javonte Williams. Chris Olave rookie. Javonte Smith. Chris Olave. This is a teal. Actually, love these Chronicles photogenic cards, actually. Another Olave rookie. Multiple Olave rookies. Which, for an Ohio State fan, they'll like that. Zach Charbonnet. George Pickens. A couple George Pickens rookies in here. We'll see. Chris Olave Payne, kind of a cool card. Just grabbing another stack. Excuse me for just a second. For some reason, my hand wants to cramp. That's annoying. It's like I said, I'm in an awkward angle. I'll get it fixed as time goes on. Like I said, I just moved back in like 3 days ago. So yeah, it's a little awkward. But I'm gonna make it work for this video. I will improve in later ones. Amazing insert, Chris Olave. More Olave, Elite Series. This one's cool. Green. Elite, Chris Olave. I don't know if Olave is ever going to do anything. He keeps getting hurt badly, but we shall see. Pickens rookies I will never complain about. Devontae Smith rookie. Sauce Gardner Select rookie. Like I said, this stuff isn't like fancy stuff, but it's also like, I can get more than a quarter for this sort of thing. Like a Prism Sauce Gardner rookie. I can absolutely get more than a quarter for this stuff. At least I feel. If I don't, I don't. But come on. Tua Prism Laser. That's got to be more than a quarter, right? Pink. Tua. Here's a green Prism Draft Picks Tua. Orange Illusion Stafford. Mingo Prism Rookie. Jamar Chase Elite. Couple of like base, but at the same time, even the base has sold for me before. Jalen Waddle, Sean Wade. Obviously not a big Ohio State fan, being a Michigan fan, but I'm more than happy to have a couple of Ohio State parallels in my store. They sell very well. Burrow, any Burrow in a quarter box is probably pretty good. Chuba Hubbard still around. Mac Jones Silver. I don't know what Mac Jones was the thing. This card in a quarter box in 2021, just imagine. Imagine you're in 2021, you're opening a box of Prism, like a blaster box of Prism that was like the only one that you could find in like 3 months, and you hit one of these, and you're like, set. Now, found in a quarter box. Quentin Johnson, rookie. Can't stand him, not because he's a bad player, which, honestly, he's not great. But because of what he did in Michigan in the Fiesta Bowl in 2022. Unfortunate. Will Levis. Like, I've noticed the elite stuff's probably the worst stuff in this entire box. Some Kincaid rookies. A couple NFL debuts. I have a bunch to go. So I hope you don't mind. I just realized I have another little stack I didn't go through. Let me do that first. Okay, another Kincaid. Kincaid Orange. I actually didn't know that was a rookie. That's a really nice from a quarter box. Some Will Levis die cut stuff from Select. Bowman First. Actually, no, it's not a Bowman first. Will Levis had a card before that. It's just a regular Bowman. McDonald Optic, Red Wave. Tanner McKee actually has a market because of his, like, one start. He did pretty well. Marvin Mims. Najee Harris, Prism Black rookie. More Najee. Najee, I mean, he has somewhat of a market, but it's not huge. But if I'm finding rookies in the quarterbacks, I'm probably going to pick them up anyways. Like I said, I was like picking up everything from this box for a quarter. So it's just like, I'll make a deal on the entire box. Let's go from there. J.C. Horn rookie, George Pickens. Geno Smith green. Kyler Murray winning ticket. Tidal Waves. C-Team Jordan Love. Von Miller silver. Jordan Love orange. More Tua, more Mosaic, Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert. One of the main reasons why I bought this box is that there's just a lot of stars. Like you saw Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase. You'll see that there's actually a Jamar Chase rookie in this box too. It's not a big rookie, but it's still a rookie. I mean, I just figured for a quarter each, it was a no-brainer, and then getting it for $75 on top of that, under 20 cents a card. It's going to be very hard for me to lose here, in my opinion. And it wasn't just modern stuff. You can find stuff like this Jerome Bettis. Like this is from, I think, 85. Like Eric Dickerson stuff. Record Breaker, 1,000-Yard Club. More Eric Dickerson. Dickerson stuff sells pretty well. Favre is actually a great seller. Shout out to the Dollar Box, one of the main people who got me into this. Yeah, Favre stuff sells super well. Or Aaron Donald. Running out of space, so I'm gonna have to probably find a spot for the rest of the stacks. I could just like use another desk I have next to me. Breece Hall rookies. Trey Lance. I mean, Trey Lance isn't good anymore, but don't mind finding some rookie stuff. I mean, that's probably not going to be worth the thing. I'll just use the top loader, though. Davis Mills, remember the craze with him? Hayner. Elijah Moore just got signed to the Bills, so not a horrible time to have it stuff. Devontae Smith. Mac Jones parallel. Jamar Chase. Here's that Jamar Chase rookie. Not a very expensive rookie, but rookie nonetheless in a core box. No brainer. More Dalton Kincaid. Najee Harris, rookies again. More Breece Hall. Jalen Carter. Let's see. Did I go through this stack? I actually don't know if I went through this stack. I did. Okay. So I'll keep going. Here's some more Jalen Carter stuff. Kenneth Walker. There's actually quite a bit of Kenneth Walker in here. Rashee Rice. More Najee Harris. White Hot Rookies of Carter. More Olave. More Pickens. More Kincaid. I think probably Kincaid is the most you'll find in here. Jamar Chase, just a base, but whatever. Jamar Chase Illusions. Breece Hall Gold. Breece Hall again. More rookie Breece Hall. Kenny Pickett Silver. More Najee rookies. More Sauce rookies. George Pickens rated rookie. Devontae Smith. George Pickens Clear Vision Chronicles. Zenith Pickens rookie, another Clear Vision. Teal Parallel Photogenic Pickens. Mosaic Pickens. Just move these out of the way. That was just one row. I have a whole nother row to go. So bear with me. Okay. Max Crosby, score red. He has like nothing. Why not? Doug Flutie, Dotson. Like I said, this stuff is not necessarily going to make you rich off of one card. But it's also like at a quarter, at less than a quarter. It felt right. Honestly. Like, you'll find this stuff in, like, dollar boxes and, like, 50-cent boxes. Which, never pick them up in those. But in a quarter box, I don't see why not. Like Josh Allen, no brainer for a quarter. Instant Impact, Yellow Ice, Quentin Johnston, Christian Gonzalez, Jake Haener Optic, George Pickens Gold, Tua again, Justin Fields, extra points, more Fields, Pat Freiermuth Green, Rashad Bateman, a couple of those, Michael Carter, probably the worst player in the box, more Jamar Chase, Anthony Richardson rookies, Christian Gonzalez Optic. So like I said, the show wasn't a huge show. But I think for what it was a 9 to 3 show. 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. I was only there from 9 to 1. Just because I ran out of charge on my phone. Plus I was just ready to go. I didn't have a lot of space in my car, so I just figured I would call it a day after the box buyout. Felt like I did okay. More Jamar Chase. Like, it's just base Jamar Chase, but you've seen this card probably 100 times out of this box now. Don't mind it. Musgrave Prism Draft. More Jamar Chase. Shaun Wade Silver. Like I said, I feel like I'm doing okay here. A lot of good rookies. Achane. Garrett Wilson. Tidal Wave's got a pink and a green. Garrett Wilson rookie stuff. Zach Charbonnet rookie. NFL debut. Sean Clifford. I mean, whatever. Tank Dell. Max Duggan. This one's kind of cool. Nice little color match on the TCU. Obviously, going to be no more for the TCU game than being in the NFL. For obvious reasons. I'm going to move this out of the way because I'm realizing that the cards are very far away from the camera. My apologies. Duggan. Kyron Williams rookie is kind of cool. Obviously a Billy Corum fan, but he is a starter for now. More Richardsons. Jaden Reed rookie, Raider rookie. Schoonmaker. More Schoonmaker stuff. Charbonnet Gold. Instant Impact. Mingo. Aiden O'Connell pink, not a rookie. Just to reiterate, this is all like $1.99 stuff if I were to put in my store. But at the same time, $1.99, $1.99, $1.99, that adds up if you're only spending $75 on a box. You know what I mean? And you can see that it's predominantly modern players who are actually relevant. Even the base cards I could probably sell for, at the very least, $1.50. And I'm still making money at that $1.50 mark. Why not? Another Jalen Carter rookie here. There's a lot of Jalen Carter, which I do not mind. Just won a Super Bowl. His stuff is hot. Jamar Chase, his stuff isn't nearly as hot. Well, that's a lie. His stuff is very hot. By the numbers, Jamar Chase. I think probably the worst player in this box that there's a lot of is Travis Etienne. So I'm just going to go through this very quickly. Silver. More Elite. Mosaic. Raider rookie. Justin Fields again. As I said before, don't mind getting Justin Fields at this point in time. Maybe a year ago I'd be like, nah. But now, I have no problem with it. Jalen Carter again. Prestige. Optic. Fireworks. Whoops, excuse me. Here, I'm going to move my light because I'm noticing that there's a lot of shadow. See if that's better. Green. Here it is. Purple wave. Well, that was cool. One moment. Yep, I apologize for that one. That was bound to happen with how many cards were in a stack on the right side. Let's continue. Like I said, my apologies. Alright. Breece Hall. Another Breece Hall yellow. Breece Hall rookie. Will Anderson rookie. A couple of those. There's a lot of Micah Parsons rookies in here, which was very nice. Here's another one. Prestige. Chronicles. Even the Chronicles I don't care about. Playbook. Parallel with Micah. Prism Draft. Playbook Chronicles. Chase Young. Here is a stack I think I might have forgot to go through, but I'm not entirely sure. If I already went through it, my apologies. If I didn't, cool. More cards to see. Okay. Baker Pink, Herbert Limited, Herbert Pink, Jared Goff. That was a green extra points. Probably just going to hold on to that one for myself. Dak Prescott, Red Laser, Lamar Orange, Peyton Manning, Topps Chrome Composite, Shining Stars, Jordan Love, Little Vintage Ronnie Lott. That is 85. I have some 85 Jim McMahons in here. I do. So that's kind of cool. Some Super Bowl year Jim McMahons out of a quarter box. Some more Jim McMahon. Donovan McNabb. Nice and off-center, as I usually am when I make videos. Purple Laser, another Ronnie Lott. Score Ronnie Lott. Some more of that. Bernie Kosar. Herschel Walker. More Donovan McNabb. Von Miller, 2017 throwback. Von Miller Elite. Bills legend Von Miller, gotta love it. Elite. Tua Orange. Another Pickens rookie. We're getting close now. We're getting a little closer now. Don't you worry. Hopefully, I mean, it's probably dragging on now, but might as well show what I got just because I hadn't made anything in a while. Select rookie of Micah Parsons, Metcalf, Press Proof, blue and then red, Tua blue, Tua red, white, and blue, Baker green, Baker aqua. I actually like that card a lot. Couple of James Cook rookies coming up, unparalleled, and then yellow Press Proof. Baker insert, Dominators, extra points, Lamar parallel, Kyler Mosaic, Geno Smith silver, Trevor Lawrence in the black border top loader. Take it. Bo Jackson, 23 Contenders Draft Class insert. This is actually stuck together, but they are both Buddha Bay. I'm actually going to take this tape off real fast, because I think I see something pretty cool that I didn't realize before. I think this is actually a pretty cool find. Yeah, that's cool. I don't know if that was supposed to be like that. I don't know how much this goes for. But, yeah. I just now realized that. So, Donruss Optic, Buddha Baker, obviously a great player. How about a parallel Buddha Baker as well? Quarter box. I'll take it. Not numbered. I think that's a Mega Box exclusive. Imagine if that was a Mahomes. You guys remember my Mahomes video? Yeah, I sold that for way too cheap back then. Just for fair warning. Donovan Sue was a legend for Detroit. This is a cool card. Don't know the player, but nice insert there. J.J. Johnson. Prism thing from 2000. Frame of Silver. Derek Hall. Yellow Ice. Shaq Thompson. Green Wave. Wow, Napoleon's kind of a cool name. Napoleon Kaufman. Nice name. From 2000. Don't mind cards like that. Alright, we're getting down to it. We'll be very close to done here shortly. I have some editing to do, but that's okay. Al-Zahir Hakim, Fleer, Chris Evans, Fans of the Game from Optic, Javonte Williams, Tyler Nubin, Rookie, Blazer, Will Anderson, Gridiron Kings, cool card, Christian Watson Silver, Jordan Addison Rookie, Another Edison Select Rookie. Another one from Pacific. What size is Zenith? Yeah, Zenith. Mosaic, Kenneth Walker. A couple of Select Kenneth Walkers. Breece Hall Silver. Legacy Update Chronicles. Absolute. Christian Watson Select Rookie. Scorer, Christian Watson. More Select. More Legacy Update. Flux Watson. Dynagon. Thunderling Green, Breece Hall. Pink Rookie, Breece Hall. Not terrible. Marion Hampton. Actually just got drafted. Not a bad one there. Barry Sanders, 5-star. That's just going to be mine. Thank you very much. Another rookie. I think it's Chronicles. Yeah, Chronicles. Micah Parsons. Plenty of rookies, as I said. And for 25 cents a pop. I can't complain. Alright. Couple more stacks here. This card wasn't supposed to be a part of the buyout, but I did buy one for $2, so there's that. Jayden Reed, Zach Wilson, more Zach Wilson, Rashee Rice. I think that's a green. Retail green, Optic, Dobbs, Pulsar. Derek Alexander on the Black Diamond insert. Roquan Smith Mosaic. Mario Douglas Pink. Miles Sanders Silver. Michael Wilson Laser. More Zach Wilson. Parker Washington. John Mechie. A couple rookies there. Micah Parsons again. Optic rated rookie. Not bad. Kickoff parallel with Micah Parsons. Pretty cool there. Prestige. Another Chronicles. Alright. I'm gonna take this last stack, but I'm gonna move a stack out of the way. Just so I have a little bit of room to finish up. So you can see the pile has gotten quite large. And it's in front of the screen where I'm trying to record, so this is how I'm gonna finish up. Okay. Let's finish this up. Because it's already taken way too long, but I hope you don't mind. Hope you enjoyed going through. John Mechie, a couple of Mechies, Montez Sweat, Parallel, another Mechie, National Pride Blue, DeAndre Swift, and Oliver Silver, Charlie Batch, nice little insert there. Fun. Kevin Wilson, National Pride. Adrian Cooper, green rookie, not bad. Chase McClellan, silver green wave. PJ Ojolari on the yellow ice. Ollie Gordon, green Raider prospect, just got drafted, can't remember where. Nice color match, Mike Quick from Mosaic. Kyle Pitts, green wave. John Dotson. Jeff Riemann, silver. Darius Slay. Johnny Wilson, this is a cool one to find. Jazzy Spears. Malachi Corley. Trey Benson. Corey Dillon. Harrison Smith. Devin Culp, silver. Jahan Dotson, rookie. Another one, pink. John Dotson, rookie wave. Josh Williams, first refractor. And finally, Jimmy Smith, green wave. So all those that I just showed were originally 25 cents a piece. But I bought the entire box for 75 cents. 75 cents. Imagine 75 cents. I would be making money left and right. No, $75. What do you guys think? That's going to be everything you saw early on was my good stuff, and then I just went through kind of rambling on my lower end stuff. Figured you'd want to see the good stuff first if you're here for that, and if you're here for the low end stuff. I do hope you enjoyed. What was your favorite pickup in your opinion? I'm going to pull out what I think is my favorite pickup. Here, I've got 3. I mean, the low end stuff's cool. Obviously. But I'm gonna see, where's that at? No, I've got it, okay, yeah. So it's probably, for me, it's either this, the Swords Gold, the Leggett Black, or the case at Mahomes. But I want to know your opinion. Was it a lower end card that you liked? Higher end card that you liked, like one of those I just showed? Just let me know. If you're around. And if you're not, that's okay too. Long video. I plan to do more videos. Maybe not like similar, not like pickups like this, but maybe some sales show-offs, maybe some... I don't know. If you have any suggestions, let me know. That's going to do it for me, though. If you stuck around, I thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.